Over the past decade, most of the works I've created in the digital illustration and concept art department has been done using Adobe Photoshop. But if I'm to be completely honest, I think I've spent more active time inside of another really strong digital painting software. One that was the very first digital painting software I ever used that opened my eyes to the possibilities of working digitally with layers while getting the simulated effects of real-world pencils and brushes. That software is Autodesk Sketchbook. Back in 2010-2011, Autodesk made Sketchbook free for download on their website to students or curious first-time users. Nowadays it's a paid software, but that's a given. Having access to something as simple and as powerful as Sketchbook was definitely a game changer for me and thousands of budding digital artists at the top of the decade. Its simple layout, tools and hotkeys across both computer and mobile devices made Sketchbook a very addictive creative tool. It allowed me to illustrate high-end digital paintings without the plethora of additional features that Photoshop provided. This meant it was very responsive while navigating its interface and allowed for faster turnover times using the core tools that I would need. All throughout my creative career in animation and illustration, I've used Autodesk Sketchbook to draft characters, environments, storyboards, poster art, weapons and vehicle designs, and so on. It saved me from being distracted with all of the other bells and whistles that Photoshop offered, and so it streamlined my 2D productivity immensely. In 2018, I used Sketchbook yet again to develop the character turnaround sheet for Simon and Syklops, two of the main characters from my IP, Dog Days Volume 1. And as you can see, using my layers to build my line art up from organic lines all the way to final lines and then jumping right into putting down my flat colors really allows me to see my design in its purest form. I tend to do some post-processing of my images once I'm in fact finished with it, but all of my coloring and lighting takes place right inside of Sketchbook. This vision of Simon was meant to have a fairly simple but detailed design, where I spent a lot more time focusing on defining certain features of his face, patterns to his clothing, curls to his hair, coloring of his eyes, shape of his eyes, and the accessories that help to define his overall outfit. The choice of colors used in the design is very intentional too, because it's meant to play on the military camouflage colors while representing the philosophy that the character carries inside of the story. Using softer features on your characters, scale and proportionality all work together to help convey things like age. Because Simon in this instance is an early teen, and so everything from the clothing to the posture is meant to convey that stage in the life that he's at. Paying attention to things like the line thickness of the strokes and where and how to use them can really work together to deliver on the final overall aesthetic. Because of the almost minimalist feel of the software, you're able to capitalize on using the tools available to truly get up close and personal with your creation. I've always been an Autodesk Sketchbook fanboy, and with very good reason at that. It's been the only digital painting app that I've ever had with me wherever I went. I was able to work on my files by accessing it through their cloud, and so it would only be fitting to use it to develop my own characters and worlds as I build out the Dog Days universe. Sketchbook allows you to save in several file formats, including the PSD format, so sending my work across to Photoshop for additional still image effects or post-processing is absolutely possible. This cross-compatibility influenced my production pipeline very early on in my career, and I don't think that'll change for the foreseeable future. In the end, this was just one of hundreds of designs that I've created inside of Autodesk Sketchbook, and I've made a lot of mistakes while learning to get a handle on digital sketching or digital painting right inside of there. Everyone will have their own software preferences and experiences, but if I were to give a recommendation for beginners, Autodesk Sketchbook will be the way to go. And yes, now in 2023, I believe it's available for most mobile devices and tablets. So even if you don't think that you have the time to sit with a graphic tablet on a computer to start painting, download it to your smartphone, download it to your tablet or iPad. Draw with your finger or stylus, because it's also pretty therapeutic. Thanks so much everyone for stopping by and watching this video. We hope that you've gained something valuable from this, and we could only hope to do even better in the next one. This is Kyle Stephen for the Digital Compass, reminding you to stay focused, stay consistent, and remember to follow the compass. Till the next one, guys. Bye.